Hey everyone, Sam Davidson here with MEA Worldwide, and we are at the world premiere of Netflix's newest animated series, Green Eggs and Ham. You're going to hear the voices of Adam Devine, Alana Glazer, Michael Douglas, and more. You're not going to want to miss it, so stay tuned. I'm Sam.
Hey, what's up, Sam?
Good. I have not had Green Eggs and Ham this morning yet, but close.
You gotta try them. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, Sam.
Well, I know this has been in the works for quite some time. What are you most proud of that they've done with this story and how they expanded it?
Well, I mean, for my character specifically, it was fun to just see like how freaking cute they made me. When I was doing it, I was like, hey, am I the right guy for this? They're like, you're perfect. And they actually did. They did a great job with the animation and just how like truly beautiful it looks. I think people that are really into animation are gonna love it. And then the story's so fun, you're gonna like it if you're 8 years old or if you're 80.
And I feel like you're so great working with kids, doing kids content. And I actually just found out about you recently. You had a terrible accident when you were a young kid.
Yeah.
So do you feel like in a way that took away some of your childhood and you really enjoy doing some of this stuff now?
Well, you know what it did? When I had my accident, it was I sort of reverted back to being a littler kid because I was like 11, which is like you're right on the verge of being like, no, I'm a teenager now. Yeah. And I just went immediately back to like, I'm 7 years old, I play with toys, I watch cartoons. So I sort of had an extended childhood because of that.
So what was it that sold you on the project? Of course, besides like the IP itself, what was with the story that they really sold you?
What sold me on the project was the first page of the script. I mean, they jumped right into it. It's really an action adventure, which is the books. The Dr. Seuss books are kind of action adventures in their own right, but there's this really kind of high octane, big stakes, caper, spy energy about it, which is I'm a sucker for. And so that was what got me. That's what hooked me.
And so I know you're narrating, you have your voice, but we love your impressions. I miss your impressions a little bit. Are we gonna see you in any other animated things or anything else soon where we can see some of those impressions?
Animated in the near future. What else am I doing? Nothing. I mean, you can see me in Dark Crystal, which is also on Netflix. But right now, I don't have anything else in the works. I've been doing a lot of voiceover recently. It's almost like I'm taking a break. I'm not really taking a break. Anybody who's hiring, I'm here.
So what was it about this project that really sold you as far as their interpretation of how they were going to do it?
You know, I got to tell you, Jared Stern, the creator, really sold me. The first few episodes, I was really working closely with him, and he and I just got each other, that direction, and it was just so fun to play with him in that way, and that was true of all the creators, and Helen, one of the producers. I really loved how funny the language was. That kept that honored Dr. Seuss's voice, you know. But I also loved how the writing was honoring the Seussian vocabulary. It's hysterical the way the Seussian words come about, and it would crack me up. And I just loved my character Evie's sense of adventure. She was just going out and going for it. And also, I could not believe the cast. The cast goes deep. It's incredible people. I'm so honored to be a part of this quilt of amazing actors.
Well, including yourself, of course. I mean, you are such a big icon for women. Do you ever worry, like, when little kids are watching some of your animated stuff, they're going to be like, who is this girl? And then they Google you, and then they're going to see Broad City and be like, Mommy.
You know, I also do, I do Sesame Street, too. I'm this noodle on Sesame Street. I actually think it is powerful as a woman to embody pluralism, to be naughty, to be really sweet and wholesome, to be, to be sexual, to be non-sexual. I think I really hope actually that kids who grow up with me on Sesame Street, with me on Green Eggs and Ham, do watch Broad City when the time is right for them. Because it's really a privilege to be able to occupy all those spaces as a woman.
Well, first of all, congratulations. And obviously you had amazing source material, but what else inspired you as far as books, TV shows, films to help you put together this story?
Sure. So first thing I did was reread the book. It was my favorite book as a kid. And I started flipping through it, and I was like, oh, it's a classic Odd Couple story, and I love Odd Couple stories. And then I was like, and it's not only that, but it's a mismatched buddy road trip, because he won't eat them here or there, in a car, on a boat, on a train. So I was like, oh my God, it's planes, trains, and automobiles. It's Midnight Run, some of my favorite movies ever. So those were really in the back of my mind. And then also as I was developing the story, this is kind of crazy, but I was watching a lot of Breaking Bad. I was binging it on Netflix at the time, and I just loved how each episode felt like a great chapter in an amazing novel, and it would end with a cliffhanger, and I wanted to see what happened next. So those were different TV shows and movies that kind of helped inspire it, along with the obviously amazing book.
And so I heard it was a bit of a journey to get the rights to do this, right? You met with it was Dr. Seuss's wife, is that true?
I did. I met with Audrey Geisel, who sadly passed away this year, and we drove down to Dr. Seuss's house, where he lived for a long time down in La Jolla, and we drove up a windy road. It seemed like exactly where Dr. Seuss should live and work, and we actually pitched the story to her in his old office, which was filled with his old inventions, and Guy in our show is an inventor, and it looks out over the Pacific, and there was that one perfect truffula tree, just like in all of his stories, and it was very intimidating, but I pitched it to Audrey, who was a great sport, and at the end she said, I didn't know, I had no idea how you were going to be able to take something that's simple and turn it into something, but you did. And she gave us her blessing to move forward, which we're really thankful for, and I hope we did it justice.
Hey guys, we have had a fantastic day here at the world premiere of Netflix's newest animated series, Green Eggs and Ham. We hope that you all have enjoyed these interviews. If you'd like to see more like them, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, download our app for free, or just go to our website. We'll see you next time.